Last time on Dragon Ball Kakumei. After it was revealed Goku had been frozen in time with the rebellion revived gods and angels, the Z-Fighters moved fast to gather their warriors for the Universal War. With 2 years to train, how will our heroes manage to improve to stand up to the most powerful beings of all reality? This is part 6 of an ongoing series. Catch it fully using the link in the description. A small pickup truck scuttles down the road. Debris of West City scattered on the shoulders. It slows to a stop in front of Whis, Vegeta, and the boys, who are heading off to the cube which will take them to Beerus' world. Vegeta finishes slipping on his gloves as he thanks someone for taking care of Bola while they'll be gone. His father-in-law, Dr. Brief, who is more than happy to take on the task. After all, that's a sweet little granddaughter he's talking about. It's not like he has anything more exciting to do anyway. Holding his sister one final time, Trunks sheds a couple more silent tears wishing he could get to see her grow up. His father ruffles his hair knowing how he feels, whether the others know it or not. Entering the cube, he informs that Gohan and the others will be here soon and it shouldn't take him too much longer. They too will be joining him for a portion of the journey. And moments later, Gohan, Krillin, Yamcha, and Tien step forward, while 18 stays behind to tend to her daughter, and Roshi staying put because he doesn't believe he can benefit from any further training. Leading the pack, Krillin shouts they'll give it everything they've got. It's time to enter that cube. Whis checks to make sure that's everyone, and if so, where would they like to be taken to for their training? Gohan confirms this is all who's going, and he'd like to start by going to Universe 9. This throws Vegeta off guard. What could they possibly learn in that realm? What does he have in mind? Who figures it'd be the best place for Yamcha, Tien, and Krillin? They're gonna go to see the Trio de Dangers. He hasn't contacted him yet, but he's sure they'll accept. If we remember, these are the werewolf-like warriors from the preliminary fights. Though Krillin isn't very excited about the idea, arguing, Trio de Dangers? Seriously? Gohan enthusiastically retorts, well yeah, they'd have made mincemeat of Cell, and nearly did out of Majin Buu. From a previous conversation he had with Tien regarding the Tournament of Power, the Wolf-Fang Fist Fighter asks if these are the 3 Fox guys from before. From the stories he's heard, he's not very impressed by this dangerous trio of canines. In fact, he'll just handle them all by himself. Knowing full well what a mistake this would be, Tien advises his friend not get too far ahead of himself. Even Krillin and Gohan have to let out a lighthearted laugh at Yamcha's never-ending confidence. Who can blame him? After all, he did so well against the Cell Juniors, Android 17 and 18, Dr. Gero, and he really gave it his all against that Cyberman. So Gohan merely tells him they'll see how that goes. Yamcha continues unwavered, promising they'll be begging him to spare him once he's done. But as patience runs out, Whis lifts the cube to get him started. Trunks bids farewell to his grandfather and sister, as when he will next get to see him, very much will have changed for them all. Outside planet Vampa. From inside their ship, Jaco announces that for the first time in the history of the Galactic Patrol, they will be moving from one universe to another, so everybody better hang on. G-Lai's confused. Move from one universe to another? And that's right, planet Sadala is situated in Universe 6. With an accelerated, let's go! Jaco guns it past light speed at 100 times faster than Plaid. Bulma screams she's going to kill Jaco for this. Meanwhile, at the same speed if not faster, our usual heroes enjoy a leisurely cruise from Universe 7 to Universe 9. Just as everyone begins to grow a bit bored, Whis announces they have arrived. Planet Calaman. They've made it to their first destination. Krillin jokes that the Angel makes an excellent taxi service, but he only questions, attack what? In the background, we get a glimpse of the world they will soon be arriving on. It appears to be swirling with a strange mist of some kind. Gohan points this out to the others. The planet seems to be made of cotton or something. Their guide informs that planet Calaman is indeed known for having a thick layer of clouds surrounding it. Curious that it's actually known for this, Krillin asks just how thick this layer of clouds is. And more or less, it's about 3,000 kilometers thick, or 1,860 miles, which is half the radius of the planet at its center. But that much? And they have to go straight through it? With a flick of the wrist, Whis is easily able to open a hole through the fog, causing Gohan to smirk that it seems like that won't be a problem. Although, it is a bit strange that he thought that would be a problem. They did just travel through complete universes, and he really thought a little cloud was going to stop him now. On the surface, the light from space pierces through the barrier like overcast, creating an almost biblical-esque scene. Krillin peers over the edge of the cube to gaze into the abyss below. No time to check it out now, it's go time! He signals for Gohan, Yamcha, and Tien to follow him. But Gohan objects. He informs his allies he'll be getting off at the next stop. Yamcha sighs. Ah, so you decided to go after all. Which Gohan thinks will be better for him. But where could he plan on going? With the boys to train with Whis? At any rate, Tien wishes him luck. The Saiyan then questions if Whis heard what he said, who confirms. Moments later, Goten and Trunks wonder why Vegeta decided to get off here of all places. Universe 6, Planet Sadala. On the ground itself this time, a group of Saiyans approach baffled at the technology before them. They've never seen a ship like this before. Vegeta exits to get his first look at his alternative home planet, the fate that could have befallen his own people. A warrior with a mechanical arm recognizes the alien as a Saiyan, excited to see a familiar sight. Though Vegeta doesn't return his sentiment. Thwacking the native, he barks, "A Saiyan! I'm your prince, you moron!" Making a grave mistake, the other surrounding Saiyans take an offensive stance. One bellows if he's looking for a fight, he's in for a treat. But the visitor only mocks at a one-armed man, a one-eyed man, and an army of wimps who wouldn't even be worth a power level of 1000. Is he really going to stoop to this? And finally, at their stop, Trunks looks out to the world before him shouting, "Look, Goten, it's Beerus' planet!" Though the son of Goku is a bit taken aback. It's a lot smaller than he expected. But Trunks argues who cares? How cool would it be to own your own planet? The destroyer takes note of their arrival. Jumping up, he angrily questions Whis, "What the heck is this?" Clearly not expecting any visitors. With a giggle, he implores Lord Beerus to please be indulgent and welcome their new visitors. But furiously shaking his head, he doesn't care. This isn't some kind of Club Med for Saiyans. They need to go home. He doesn't want any kids around. Club Med being a French travel and tourism company, which I totally 1000% knew before looking up. But these remarks reverberate through Goten. A Club Med? Is he serious? His dad might be dead by now, and he's just worried about having an entire planet all to himself? The god warns the mortal to watch his tone. His father is the least of their worries in a war of this magnitude. And anyway, the hothead Goku is. He would have died one way or another when the battle actually starts. This insult causes Goten to launch towards Beerus, ready to defend his dad's honor without a second thought. But Trunks wisely tries to jump between him in an effort to stop his friend. He asks Goten if he's crazy. But the boy isn't ready to listen to any semblance of reason, telling Trunks to move out of the way. Knowing what's at stake, the likely outcome of this altercation, Vegeta's son isn't having this nonsense and tries everything he can to prevent Goten from retaliating. Who only again tells him to please move. Stop falling! Throwing Goten through a small satellite, the Saiyan grunts to Beerus it's not over. As the destroyer grabs his face, beginning to utter the word, Hakai. He stops himself, perhaps coming to his senses, or perhaps teaching him a lesson. Flicking the child on the forehead, he's knocked out cold. Beerus then calmly turns to Whis to insist that he is adamant that there will be no guests on his planet, so they must go practice their training elsewhere. Back with our favorite Earthlings, the gang tries in vain to communicate with the planet's natives. Tien attempts to get the attention of one more, but no one is answering him. Krillin deduces that the locals simply don't speak their language, which is admittedly strange. Bergamo, Lavender, and Basil understood him just fine. Finding themselves lost in the crowd, the situation may take a bit longer to resolve than our heroes hoped. But luckily, just who they were looking for happened around the corner. Basil points out to his brothers that it's the Universe 7 warriors over there. They think it's possible that they're the ones who made the hole in the sky that the kids told him about. And with Vegeta's little skirmish ending about as one would figure, a voice shouts from behind a hill demanding to know who piled up her buddies. Revealing Caulifla, who's completely baffled in seeing Vegeta and questions what the heck is he doing here? How could Vegeta possibly benefit from traveling here of all places? Does he plan on training with Kefla, the fusion of Kale and Caulifla? And where has Gohan decided to take his own training?